Live from the City of Angels, it's Sunday night. The Sunday Evening Spectacular is underway. My favorite synthwave acts, really one of the originators of that genre, FM 84 in radio. Thanks for being here live from Los Angeles. As we discuss the week's movie news, and we're celebrating Devil Wears Prada, over $200 million worldwide on the global debut. And Michael's now over $400 million. Huge success, as that film may end up hitting $1 billion. And Prada above and beyond, especially on the international cash. So we're in a good place theatrically. And you know who knows that? Yeah, it's our lead story tonight. By the way, before I get to that, I want to mention we're going to talk about Hokum, the MMT of that film, along with Sheep Detectives. A twofer tonight on this Sunday. But let's get to our top story. Netflix, they watch MMT. We are the trend-setting show in film, and no one comes close to the gold fucking standard. And I know that gets people angry. The film Twitter weirdos, the island of misfit toys that is. You got to understand that the gold standard's here. It's on the mic right now. Whether you like it or not, learn to love it, because it's the best thing going today. Here we go. Netflix is finally getting into this, man. How many times did we drag Netflix for not having any theatrical? They had these big films they spent hundreds of millions of dollars on, and they did nothing in the way of wide theatrical release. The only film they put out at a wide level was Glass Onion, and they did it for 1 week, and then they yanked it from theaters when it was doing really well. So finally, after how many years of us banging the drum of you, where are you? Putting these films like Gray Man, awful film, but again, $200 million plus. You got to make it theatrical. You look at Electric State, another massive budget. Get that thing out there. Also, the Zack Snyder film that was bad. At least the first one, Rebel Moon, put that in. You know, there's opportunities to make some cash, especially during some of those times when it was really quiet at the multiplex and theaters were begging for content. But Netflix was like, nah, we don't really have any interest in doing that. Well, now they do. Isn't that something? You can see it right here. And this is, of course, Greta Gerwig's Narnia. And you knew it was coming to IMAX because they already announced that. But now Netflix is saying, hey, let's go ahead and put this wide coming up in 2027. They shoved it back a few months, and they said, we're all in on this film with a wide theatrical release, a 45-day window. So it's kind of funny, isn't it, how this happens right after the whole conundrum of allowing Netflix to take Warner Brothers, and everyone's like, they don't even have any theatrical. And you had the CEO saying, listen, we'll give you a 45-day window. So it's a little curious on the timing. But look, here's the deal. You're seeing a company in Amazon come in with Project Hail Mary, over $600 million worldwide, which we called way before it opened. So don't forget that. Again, why we're the gold standard. Film Twitter, I'm telling you, man, do not even bother coming in here and messing with the ace. Okay? You'll lose every single time. And you look at Amazon making a lot of money on that film, okay? Even though it is a very expensive $200 million plus, right, on Project Hail Mary. So, listen, maybe it doesn't break even, but still, even if it just breaks even theatrically, you're still making money when it finally comes home and you put it on Prime. Well, Netflix is, hello? Why don't you try to do that? Because it's right there for you. And here we go, February 12th, 2027. They will put this thing in IMAX and other formats, and then a 45-day window, it will hit Netflix on streaming April 2nd of 2027. So less than a year from now, we will have this film in theaters and then 45 days later into streaming. So that is a marked change in tactic from Netflix. And I found this interesting piece of advice and knowledge from Lee Hepner, who wrote this about what's happening. Netflix has hit its subscriber ceiling. Stock is flagging. Subscription price hikes are under scrutiny. Exclusive streaming can no longer offset billions in lost box office revenue. Over a decade and 225 Netflix original titles in their first ever 45-day theatrical release and their second wide beyond 1 week for Glass Onion. So that gives you a little bit of the backstory of what's happening here. They need to make some money on these films, so why not throw it out there, especially with, as we know, Greta Gerwig, who was very vocal about let's get this thing in theaters because that's what I want to do. That's what I am familiar with from her films. Obviously, go back to a Barbie and you go to a Lady Bird with A24. You go to Little Women with Sony. You know, you're talking about a filmmaker who is all about theatrical and came up in theatrical, even small films. Like one of my favorites of hers, certainly Noah Baumbach, is Mistress America. That was theatrical through Searchlight. You know, so she is going to be a strong advocate for that, like we see many directors now finally taking that hard stance on we want our movies in theaters, and really we're finally seeing some action done to that end, and we give some applause begrudgingly, okay? But we are going to do it because, listen, here's the deal, is that I will recognize when the right decision is finally made, and Netflix finally got it done. It took way too long, okay? Way too fucking long, but you got it right. And let's continue that. We don't need every one of your films because a lot of the stuff is forgettable. I mean, you guys will watch Netflix stuff. You don't need it in theaters. We want your best stuff. If you can give us really good stuff. I'm not sure if you can. You know, you asked me to name the best Netflix film, the best Netflix original film. I'm going to say something like The Two Popes, but there's not a lot of films that pop instantly into mind and say, oh yeah, there's this and here's that. They just don't have that track record. They might have the Oscar nominations, but they don't really have the true product to back that up. Rule of thumb, yet again, everyone comes around to Weberian thought again. I like that. Weberian. Very good, Johnny. It's true. I mean, listen, we set the trends. We are ahead of the curve. We are fearless. We are objective, and we are correct at a 900 plus batting average. We just don't miss. And, you know, it's not hard. When you are objective, when you are fearless, when you know what you're discussing, you can get these things right very often. You know, one of the reasons Film Twitter is so bad at what they do and what they try to evaluate and critique and on is because they're just not a populist group. As I've said so many times before, a Film Twitter is the island of misfit toys. These are misfits. These are rejects. These are people that are not normal. They don't share anything in common with a normal, everyday, I go out and do things in the world person. They just don't. So they're not going to be able to even identify this stuff because to them, the niche stuff is the populist stuff. They don't get it. So here we get both sides, okay? I can appreciate a tiny film from Neon that I like and then trash a tiny film from Neon that is garbage like tonight's film Hokum, which I'm going to detonate here very shortly. Will Netflix report box office numbers? I have a feeling the pressure is going to be very strong on that, John, to get that done because they don't. And we know why they don't, because they want to protect their film. Because think about it. If every studio could take that route, they would, because then they'd be able to say, oh, we don't even know what the box office was, instead of saying, here's $1,000 per location, $800 per location, some kind of awful number that you have to put out there. And if Netflix is forced to do that, then they're going to put more money into the advertising. They're going to have to live like every other studio out there with reality. And if your film bombs, it bombs, okay? I mean, the other studios don't get the luxury of hiding. They get to say, here it is. Look at a Snow White, went down in flames. Look at any number of these films. You couldn't protect that and keep that secret. You know, that's the thing that Netflix is going to have to get over. And I think one of the reasons they do that is because it does protect their award films, because they don't have any box office for those. And a lot of times you see an awards film, they say, well, that film bombed, therefore it can't be a contender for Oscar because it didn't do well at the box office. First of all, it doesn't matter. I don't care if a film did 600 million worldwide or 6 million worldwide. If it's a great film, it's a great film. It deserves to be in the award contention, in the award space, because merit-based, not box office merit-based, just pure merit. The overall quality of the film is what you are rewarding, okay? It's really simple. And I think that's one of the reasons that Netflix has held back on that. All right, let's do this. I'll get to some more comments, but I do want to get right to our MMTE tonight, because there's a lot of people that are coming after me because they're like, I can't believe that you hammered Hokum. It's a really great film. Well, first of all, you guys are fucking crazy, because this film is not. This is really not good at any level, and we are going to trash a director here tonight that's gotten way too much praise, and I'm going to be in the right again, like I am so often, and ahead of the curve. When you decide to see Hokum, you're going to come back and go, Weber was right again, because that's what we do. We're the gold standard, 900 plus batting average. Here comes the MMTE of Hokum from Neon. Roll 30 seconds.
First time in Ireland.
My folks came here for their honeymoon. There are some oddballs around this place.
It's just a bit of crack.
Can I get a room as far away from the crack as possible? What do you think happened to her?
I don't know. There is nothing down there. Something feels off.
Ready? Oh, God. Can I tell you that I just spoke with Gone Girl, who's producing tonight? Thumbs up for you, sir. And if you have a comment, he'll get to him when he sees the spot to pop it up. Otherwise, we'll get to it at the end at the comment blast closeout. But instead, I walked out of this. And yeah, I mean, I totally understand. Look, this is a very dumb derivative screenplay. And as I said in my tweet reaction, I called this very heavy on The Shining. It is a ripoff. There's so much of that film and the central idea of that. And people are like, what are you talking about? The Shining theft? That doesn't make any sense. You're the only am I the only person? I'm the only person to see that? That's funny. Because I went to Rotten Tomatoes and I'm like, I know that there's more than just me. Let's read a couple real quickly. The scenario of Hokum seems to ask, what if we made a whole movie about Jack Nicholson entering that haunted room in The Shining? That's from Chuck Bowen of Style Weekly. Next, another from Rotten Tomatoes. It doesn't take long for it to become abundantly clear just how closely Hokum resembles Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Where are you now? Richard Newby, roll up, because you want to try to drag the ace. I got news for you, bro. I own you. Every single day that I wake up, it is not a contest. And the fact that you even decide to enter the arena with me is the biggest mistake you ever made. And trust me, man, based on your Twitter profile, you made a lot of mistakes. Let me tell you something. It's clear. It's right there. And this Damian McCarthy, okay, you're talking about a director who gave us Oddity before, a film that, as our friend Richard Newby said, wasn't wide. At 800 screens, that's big enough. Don't play the semantics of it's not 1,200 screens, therefore it's not wide. It wasn't on 5 screens. Oddity was on 800 screens. People know it. They saw it. Do not tell me this is his first film. This is not at any level a film that should be celebrated. I start with this film. Okay, let's just go through how man, again, Gone Girl got up and left. You've got an author checking into a hotel who's an alcoholic. That sounds familiar. Okay, I know he doesn't have the family, but there's something just vaguely, okay, anyhow. And he is writing a book oh my God, about a dude with a kid coming across the desert to find some kind of magical potion in the middle of the desert. And you're watching this going, this guy's a famous author, and this is the story that's making him famous. So he checks into the hotel, and everyone's like, oh, I can't believe this famous author's here. Like, this author who wrote what I'm watching in the first scenes that we get here from the book, Scott is so just unlikable here. You know, look, as an acerbic writer who's depressed, who all of a sudden decides I'm going to ruin this film, I'm sorry, he's going to go ahead and off himself. You still need to layer your character, okay? You have so many one-note characters here, but Scott in particular, there's a scene where he sits down at the bar, and of course he's drinking his whiskey, and he gets the bellhop who comes up and goes, oh, I'm a big fan. You know, I really love your books. And he starts to just berate him. Adam Scott's like, this guy, just the nastiest she ever heard of. Picks up his recorder and said, who is this personality vacuum? I'm like, who would do that? Even if you're a dick, okay? The biggest asshole of the planet in film tour would say me. If you sat down next to me and say, I watch MMT, I like you, I wouldn't be like, oh, good for you. Oh, wow. Do you want a prize for that? Even worse, right? I mean, way worse the way he treats him. And then he runs into the hotel maid, and she's like, hey, you're lost. And he's like, what do you think? And I'm like, dude, this is what I'm talking about. The writing. Even if you make your character this asshole writer at a level, you still need to layer it. You don't make him so over the top curmudgeon-y that you like end up hating the character. Adam Scott has no personality here, no charisma. And you know, look, it goes back to the screenplay. I don't just blame him because I think he's been good in some things. But here, that's missing, okay? And that is all of that, okay? As we go down into either the honeymoon suite or the bowels of the basement that's haunted, it's a haunted house film with zero scares, lame jump scares pop up throughout, nothing scary, nothing interesting. Damian McCarthy, I have never seen a director go this fast, this high, as people saying this guy is one of the greats, without having not even a shred of backing of proof, right? Even though I drag Zach Krager, trust me, Barbarian and Weapons are far superior. I mean, not even a comparison, and I don't even like those films as much compared to Oddity and now Hokum. This is a 25%. It's not a 0, but it's 25. It's bad, okay? And I don't blame Gone Girl for leaving because I wish I had. But again, I need to make this very clear. If I'm going to say a film is like The Shining, I'm not the only person who saw this. Do not come into my mentions and tell me that I'm the only person on the planet. Oh, this doesn't make any sense. How did you? Oh, really? I just dragged you the proof and shoved it in your face. Do not come after me and bring that shit to me. I own this space. You can't contend in this space. Richard, go back to selling your $2.99 novel on Amazon. That's where you belong. You're gone, dude. And you have me blocked. If you want to come after me, unblock me, come after me, and maybe I'll help you sell a few of those $2.99 novels. Okay? That's the end of that. We're going to move on. But again, you bring the heat, I'm going to bring it too. Don't forget that. Ever. Remember that. Back pocket, keep it attached back there. Hokum, Oddity, and oh God, I love it. Because these people, dude, these people are so completely forgettable. These people are so, they come after the man because the man has the aura. They don't have any aura. Dude, these people, again, if you met them in a bar, you'd all be like, damn, get me out of this bar. I don't want to hang out here. These people are so uncool. I'm getting the ick. Okay, I'm not that guy. Yeah, I'm not going to be like Adam Scott in this movie and pull up my phone and say, you're a personality vacuum piece of shit. What is this? This is awful. This is an awful film. Hokum, Oddity, and a Cravat. I didn't see that. A caveat. I'm not going to see that. After watching Oddity and this, I have no need to see a film prior to this. It's got to be even worse because he should have been making progress, right? But you look at this, overhyped, middle of the mall. Does that say Mel? I guess it's horror movies. People really think McCarthy and Perkins are the faces of horror when it's clearly the Philippou brothers. I agree. I mean, look, you look at their two films. Those two films both, wow. You look at Bring Her Back, the last was the best horror film of last year. It's amazing. I mean, listen, the thing is these people that we're talking about here tonight, they don't understand. that Bring Her Back is light years ahead of a film like Hokum. They don't get it. It's like communicating someone who doesn't speak the language. These people are so uneducated, uncultured, just clueless. That's the word. It's clueless. And you know what? I can't help them. These people are completely helpless. Just let them just disappear into the ether, back to the island of misfit toys. If you can find your way there through the fog, that's where you belong, because that's where you guys are. You honestly are. You people just don't have any taste. I can't help that. I can't teach you it. You just don't have it. So just at least acknowledge you don't. Like, that's the thing. I know I've got it. I got it in spades, bruh. How do you fix this movie? There's no fix, John. There's no fix. You don't make it. I mean, listen, the reason I drag Neon is because if you gave me this movie, I would sell it instantly. I don't know if they produced it. I think they did. I don't think it's acquired out of Sundance. But if we produced this film, you've seen these films get sold. Warner Brothers just sold Acme versus Coyote. I would offload this thing so fast. It'd be gone. Be like, we're done. Give it back to IFC. They'll take it. They did the last one. Give it to IFC. Give it to ZYX. Give it to Blue Fox. Give it to Shudder. Which is IFC. Just get it out of here. We don't need this. This is not a good film. That's the thing about Neon, right? Very maddening studio. They give us the Christopher's best film of the year, and then they give you this garbage, Hokum. It's a bad film. I mean, guys, I really, from a screenplay perspective, the fact this film got made, embarrassment, and McCarthy is not just overrated. We need to stop this. We got to stop letting these people cook who have no business in the kitchen. Just get the pan out of their hands. They're done. You're out. You're fired. Take the apron off. You're out. We got to start kicking these people out. They're going to director's jail. Get them out. Any other comments before we move on? By the way, again, here's the deal, guys. Let me just very clear here. I'm not going to come and savage you unless you're a shill, or if you ask for it, if you're a critic and you're asking for it. But if you want to come after me, just be ready. I'm going to come back. I'm going to be back, because the difference between me and you is I'm at the gym tomorrow. I've got aura. I bring the heat. I am not some bookish Island of Misfit Toys reject, okay? Don't forget that. It's not hard. I don't know how many times I have to talk to you guys about this. Not you, the people that need to hear this. Stop. Understand. You're dealing with a different level. Just let it go and play in your little circle jerk of pretentious D-bags, okay? That's what you need to do. Just do that. Play in that circle. We don't need you. We never did. Stay there. Stay there. Island of Misfit Toys with your square-wheeled caboose. Hang out there with the dolly who cries and the elephant that I forget. But at least I know there was the square-wheeled train, okay? Yeah, that's where you belong. You just head back there and find your space on the igloo. I damn near wouldn't take Bring Her Back, not in a bad way, but based on how unsettling and tense the scenes were. Not even anything extreme like a Terrifier. Love the film. It is great. It's a great horror film, right? It also has that scene where you get the self-harm. You've got the mother's love trying to bring back her daughter. There's so much emotion in that film. It's a really good film, okay? It's certainly hellaciously better than what we just sat through today, Hokum. It's a nice kit, by the way, Fiorentina. It matches the background. Again, when you have aura, you just bring the whole package. You know what I mean? You bring the entire thing. You bring the purple on the purple on the purple. You bring everything. See, it's not just about being the best evaluator in the space, the gold standard. It's about being the aesthetically best. It's everything. That's what we get. If you don't like it, listen, there's other channels. Go watch. I had a guy today who came after me. I don't know who it was. I checked his channel. I go, listen, man, I'm not saying we don't talk about views all the time. I talk about views subscriber ratio, right? So our subscriber base is pretty low. But here's the reality. Our views are extremely high for the subscriber base, because that means that we have fans that really appreciate what we do here. But the guy came after me and I go, wait a second. I went and looked at the page, because you know what? Hey, if you're going to come after me, I'm going to, it's fair game. You're going to talk some shit. I'm going to talk some shit to you. And I'm like, bro, you've got a YouTube page with 25 views. I mean, literally 25. You need to go focus on your own content, not worry about mine, because you have 25 views, and I bet 24 of those are from your mom. I can't help you. You got to get to 26, 27. Try to add one more view from dad, from your uncle, from whoever, your aunt. I don't care, but add that extra view. That's what you got to worry about, okay? Not me. I'm going to continue to dominate. It's what I do, okay? When we come on here every time, it's just like effortless. I don't even prepare for this very clearly. clearly. And that's what we do. Don't worry about my game. My game is always going to be here. It's consistent. It's legit. I don't have to. You got to worry about getting that 28th view from your second brother-in-law. I don't, it's not my problem. I'm tired of this. Speaking of, I think, honestly, can I tell you, Gone Girl, what Gone Girl loves about this show more than anything is when I do that. I drag and drag. I don't even have the guy because I don't know, but check it. It's on one of the comments. Like, literally, you need to spend more time on worrying how to get to 26 views. Okay, that's oh my God, Spike Lee owns critics, and this is we love and we hate Spike Lee, but right now, based on what I just heard and saw from Spike Lee, he is in the thumbs up camp here today. You guys ready for this? Spike Lee. This is a quote from him. We go to it here on X, and you can see if you missed this, it's a great quote. We love you, Spike. Here it is. Spike Lee defended Michael from critics who think Michael Jackson's child sexual abuse allegations should have been included in the film. First of all, if you're a movie critic and you're complaining about the stuff, all this other stuff, but the movie ends at 1988. The stuff you're talking about, accusations, happen later. So if you're critiquing the film on something that you want in but doesn't work in the timeline of the film, but people showed up worldwide, people showed their love, and basically, like we said last week, critics go to hell. Go away. You're useless. These critics, the same ones that are defending Hokum, right? It's the same crowd. They think Hokum's great, and they think that Michael's awful. Do you understand how off they are and why they are the Island of Misfit Toys? These are takes that belong with the Island of Misfit Toys, and that's why they're all put there, because that's where you belong when you have takes like that. Michael is great for what it is, okay? But there's not enough sexual allegations stuff in it. That's why Spike Lee just dragged you. The film ends in 88 before it happens. Give it the second film. We're going to get it. This film's going to be at a billion. You're talking about 400 million after 2 weekends, down only 20-some% international, 40-some% here in the States. Guys, this film is flying. I'm going to see it again this week. I cannot wait for at least IMAX. But Spike Lee, we love you for this. This is what we're talking about. Let's do any comments on that before I go? Gone Girl, anything before I jump to the next one? What was your favorite scene in Michael? Great question, since we're talking about Michael. My favorite scene, as far as, the most electrifying to me, was Beat It. I think when you first get there, that's when the film really locks in and you're just like, holy shit, we're doing it. Okay. A Thriller to a lesser extent, even though I loved it. I think Human Nature, obviously the concert stuff is very good. And then you get to Bad. Listen, that film is just really just when it hits, it just soars. And audiences agree. Listen, did I say it's perfect? No. But did I say that the moments that are at the top, as we like to say, peaking the meter at the stratosphere, they're up there and they're right there. It's so obvious that you can see when you watch this film and you see it with an audience that is not a bunch of curmudgeon-y critics. They get it and they love it, and they're going to see it in record numbers, and I love it as in your face to the critics. Again, I could not be more happy for the outcome of this film. We got an early review tonight. I saw 2 films today, so do not ever question my dedication to craft. I went to the Screen Unseen on a Sunday today, right? You're like, huh, on a Sunday? That's what I said too. Menzel texted me and said he's going to see the Sheep Detectives. I'm like, what? Oh, that must be the Screen Unseen. Here comes Hugh Jackman in a Babe ripoff. It's the Sheep Detectives. MMT starts now.
George loved nothing more than reading mystery stories to his sheep.
I know who the killer was.
But now he's the mystery.
George Hardy was murdered.
And we shall solve the crime.
You think you can solve a crime? You know what humans call stupid people who can't think for themselves?
Ducks!
Sheep!
What's with them?
We need to look for clues.
I want to bash it! I want to bash it so bad! Yeah! The Sheep Detective.
There you go, right? You're like, this is Babe. Well, I can tell you this. It's no Babe Pig in the City. You talk about, for me, I love that film because you get a George Miller who's just weird, right? Especially in that sequel. It's just so cool and different and out there. I wish this film was more in that vein rather than kind of this really easygoing, jokes are kind of lame, just affable film. Nothing wrong with it. It's a family film. It's PG. I'm just saying, I just want my stuff to be just a little bit more zany, right? A little more clever. I mean, once you get past the fact that there are a bunch of sheep sitting around listening to detective stories at night, and then it turns out their owner, Hugh Jackman, doesn't last long, and they have to figure out who offed the owner. That's the movie. And then we get a Murder, She Wrote for the next hour and 40 some odd minutes. I mean, I like the central idea, right? We have the sheep detectives and we're doing Babe again. All that stuff's there. I don't hate the film. I think families will largely enjoy it. I just wish it were stronger, and I laughed at least once. I did not. I'm going to give it a 75%. I'll give it a thumbs up because it has a good enough heart and it was fine. But overall, you know, if you're looking for something that is going to really get you engaged and laughing and saying, wow, this is something, this film's not going to do that for you. But it comes out next week, and there it is, our early review of Sheep Detectives. If anyone else saw it, let me know. I have a feeling critics are going to be too kind on this thing, and it's okay. I just feel like it's going to be a film that you're going to hear is, oh, it's hilarious, it's all this. I haven't looked yet because, you know, I don't care. I don't ever want to know until after. When I'm out, now you can tell me, because I don't want to be prejudiced in any way when I walk into a film. Now, granted, there's some films I already know kind of where the critics are, and I say, okay, I just want to put that away and let's just go in, you know, as zero as possible. I zero the scale. I always talk about that. Saw Sheep yesterday, AM at a media advance, went because a friend worked on it. It's fine for its audience. I wish it was weirder too. The sheep were better detectives than it was plot-wise. Yeah, I mean, yeah, right? Mark, I know, Mark, you can see a lot of the stuff early. Look, you know, it's funny. Mark has been a longtime viewer here, and we see eye to eye on virtually everything. I mean, you saw the same film, and it's not a bad film. It's just not a great film. It is nice to see Hugh Jackman collecting a paycheck for a few minutes, but, you know, and then you get, what's her name coming? Emma Thompson comes in late, and the kid's good. The kid that was in Zola, right? The tall guy, the comedian, he's solid. I like him here. He's the bumbling Barney Fife who figures it all out. But, you know, listen, again, you can do worse than Sheep Detectives. It's perfectly fine, and, you know, that's where we're going to leave that. Okay. Now, do I have anything else tonight? I'm trying to remember. Yes, we have a trailer. Let's watch it. I got a trailer to watch tonight. Someone wanted me to watch a certain trailer, and now I go here. Let's see if I can find it. If you guys have a trailer you want me to watch, do it now. Come in, and I will try to get to it because we can watch a couple here because I'm pretty light on the material. We just gunned through everything. We're good, right? I did 2 evaluations plus the Netflix. It's probably, and Spike Lee. I might be missing something, but I feel like we did a pretty good job. Oh, there is, I do want to get to What's Your Ask? I almost said Glenn Close because I always get them messed up, right? I want to look at Meryl Streep talking about Marvel in a minute, okay? Seriously, does anybody, am I the only one who does that from time to time? Go, Glenn Close, Meryl Streep. You're like, I know, trust me, I get it. Meryl Streep is an icon. Glenn Close is the one who stuck the bunny in the boiling water. You know, so, I mean, at the end of the day, but I'm just saying, you understand. Okay, let's see. Office Romance? Hell no. What the hell is Office Romance? We already watched Resident Evil. If you missed that, we watched it back on Thursday. It's fine. I don't have much to say. One Night Only. I think someone wanted me to watch that because what's Verity? What is Verity? I don't know. Okay, let's watch One Night Only for a minute. I don't know if I'm going to get through this whole thing. It's like a love thing. It's a chick flick. Here we go. You guys ready? The rumored James Bond right there. He's in Eternity. I really liked Eternity. If you haven't seen that film, it's on streaming now. Go check it out. I liked it. Calum, someone or other. Or Callum, whatever.
Huh?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
hungry.
that's what we were watching. This Monica Barbaro.
So hungry.
We're close.
So hot. Look at her. So hot. I told you guys she looks a lot like my college girlfriend. Very much like her. Okay. I've told this story. I'll tell it again if you missed it the other night. My college girlfriend, smoking hot, smoke show, like Monica Barbaro. Guys, come on. I don't make stuff up. It's true. Anyone who knows me from Ohio State knows that my girlfriend was a smoke show. Here's the reality, though. Her boobs were so big, she had to get a boob reduction. So, I mean, imagine that, right? They were so large that she actually, how many people do you know had a boob reduction, right? That was my girlfriend in college. But she was, I'm not going to say her name. We're not going to, but I'm just saying these are things, and she looks like Monica Barbaro. So you understand why I think she's smoking hot. Leave me alone.
I know the owner. This is the best pizza I've ever had. I think it's better than sex. I can't remember.
What's your favorite part
Extra cheese.
of sex?
The build up.
I mean, listen. I mean, I'm kind of excited to see this. I think it's obvious that why we're going to see this. Weber, you're so God, it's too much. Because you know why I get away with it? That's the difference. That's what I say. That's what the haters hate even more. They look and go, okay, the guy's got a mullet. He's in good shape. He's rocking the kit. It looks like a player. He can get away with what he's saying. If you get 3 strands of hair rap guy on here, you're going to be like, oh, God, he can't do it. You can't do the bit because you don't fit the role, baby. We're the gold standard for a reason. And Monica Barbaro is just a smoke show.
That's just a typical lady answer.
What's yours? Boobs? Cowgirl? Like to jackhammer?
Wow.
Wow,
For me, it's about the after.
This is something else. This whole trailer's about the sex talk. I thought I was going to move on.
Oh, come on.
2 people lying there, sharing a secret. Finding love is hard enough. Try doing it on the one night a year single people are legally allowed to have sex.
What?
I hate this night.
Hold on. What? I kind of like this idea. This is very eternity-esque, right? And wait, right? We got the one idea. We're going to eternity. Here, there's one night. So this is the purge with sex. Okay, I got you.
Mom, I'm just gonna stay in.
No, you should go out.
I mean, look, seriously, just stop for a second. When I say she's a smoke show, look, okay, look.
I just want to find like a good guy.
Wait, where is it? Wait, I missed it. Hold on, give me a second. Right here.
I'm just gonna stay in.
No, you should go out.
Wait. No straight man is going to look at Monica Barbaro right here. Look at that. You wonder why Andrew Garfield is like all up in that. Right? I mean, it's very clear.
This night's insane. I just want to find like a good guy to finding true love on the least romantic night of the year. We're gonna go slow.
You know what's funny? I always thought about that. Have you guys had this thought? I'm just gonna be straight up with you. Have you ever had the thought, like, because I go to the gym, as you guys know, I thought, like, if it's the last moment on earth and you're in that spot wherever you are, and you had the last chance to make it with somebody. Let's just be PG about this. You go, which one would be? And listen, when you're the ace, you got options. When you're 3 strands of hair rap guy, you don't. I mean, you've got OnlyFans. That's all you got.
To make good choices. Allie, this is Tayshawn.
Hello.
We met in line for the bathroom. What? Yeah. No. Can I get a whiskey? How is anyone supposed to find something real on a night like tonight? Sorry.
I'm Owen.
Allie,
What about us?
your ears look like car doors.
Well, your nose is way too small for your face.
Your
You know
chin
what?
could
That's
plow a
actually really good because he has ears to pop out. I'm not saying, listen here. But he really does. He has protruding ears. So I like that. It's very smart. This is really well written. Honestly, it's not just about the sex stuff and Monica Barbaro's banging body. This has some good stuff.
Ew.
Your legs don't make any sense.
Your hairline doesn't make any sense.
I like that too. His hairline. That's good. And Monica Barbaro, we love you. Look, oh my God. When's this come out? When does this come out? Calum Turner.
Night's almost over, and we're running out of time. We're all just trying to find someone who makes going through it worth it.
Who would you choose?
Allie!
If you only have one night?
Are you 2 together? I'm gonna need a clear answer.
You're cute when you're nervous.
I'm not nervous.
Saying you're just cute.
Big hit. Huge hit. Absolutely. This is going to be a huge hit. Yeah, as always. The trailers always do. But no, this is big. This is going to be huge. No question. What studio is this? Someone come in and tell me. I'm going to leave it right there. So when I watch this trailer, I love the energy. I love that song, whatever it is. We're going to open one of the nights with that song for sure because it's really good. But also, it sold me on the film. It gives you the idea. I know, listen, every trailer is going to give you too much, okay? In emotion, you got to understand. The studios now have the edict that they've got to show the entire film because audiences, they don't care. They just want to see everything. But you're right, everything's there. But I love the barbs, right? I love your hairline because he's got kind of a receding hairline. That's great. His ears protrude. That's great. The fact that Calum Turner said, let's do that, kudos, because a lot of actors would be like, no, I'm not doing that. Glenn Powell has a receding hairline. In fact, I think he might even have a hairpiece. I really do. You go back and you look at his hair, it changed. Hugh Jackman's another guy, same thing, like either a hair transplant or a hair piece, because you don't all of a sudden regrow and have a perfect thing when it's going back, right? Listen, I'm no longer 28. My hair is receding. It is what it is. I'm very happy to have a pretty damn full head of hair, and I've got, as you guys know now, this is going to be a late 80s mullet. So I'm working it. So, but here's the thing. So I like that stuff. All this stuff works, and Universal. Well, this is even more scientific. That's even more ammo for why it's gonna be a hit, because it's theatrical. They believe in that. They won't throw it in 17 days. It's no longer 2022. They won't do that day and date on Peacock shit. I think this, if they market it, and this is a really good trailer, if they market this correctly and build that hype, I love this first look at it. Big hit. When's it come out? Someone tell me. I have no idea. This is going to be, whenever it is, I'm calling it now, big overperformer. Big outperformer on this film, no question about it. Someone wanted me to watch Leviticus. We'll watch it right now. I did not see that. That's one night only trailer. Here we go back to Rotten Tomatoes trailers to find Leviticus. I feel like I might have caught some of this in Hokum today, and I wasn't paying attention because I had a feeling I'd watch it tonight. So I didn't want to watch it there. I kind of threw my head down. I know you guys don't believe me, but I do. I go like this, nah, I can't watch this because I need to watch it tonight on MMT. Here it is. This is Leviticus. Let's watch this, a horror film from Neon. Pray it's better than Hokum.
You like it here? What do you like about this place?
My mom wanted to mess here. Stuck in this shithole.
So, there's nothing you like about this place?
Nothing.
So this is going to turn off a lot. You guys, I'm just saying, you guys know I don't care. One of my favorite movies of the past, what was it, 2 years ago, National Anthem, which was very heavy on gay, very heavy on trans. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying, there's going to be people that go, I don't want to see this for this alone. There's already start. I'm just because I'm real. I'm just going to say the reality.
Indecency. Lust. Desire. It has to go now. Look at the light. Ryan? You okay?
Is this the Philip Hu brother? It sure looks like a Philip Hu brother film, right? The look of the film, the aesthetic is very much them.
You see anything that looks like me? Don't go near it.
By the way, this dude's hair is where my mullet's going. I just want to just real quickly, do you see? It's getting there. I just want to pause just so you guys understand. It's getting there. It needs to be like, give me another like month and a half. I think we'll really be there. But do you see how it's coming in? You see that? It's nice. It's thick. It's very bushy. We're gonna have a really nice mullet going really soon. I just want to point that out. That's the idea right here. Remember, it goes back to Michael from Lost Boys, but this is a great modern variation of it.
It comes when no one else is around. Nothing can make it stop.
This is like It Follows, right? 100%.
Open it! It's gonna kill him!
This is what they wanted.
They wanted us to be scared.
I like the look of the film. I think the trailer works. It's neon up and down. We talked about him earlier with Hokum. You know, you talk about a bad film, then you talk about a great film when you look at the Christophers. I mean, these are two films that one I love and one I hate. That's neon. You know, you're going to get that. I like the trailer. I like the idea. I think that we could end up with something that's pretty solid here with Leviticus. Who is the director? It's not the Philip Hu brothers, right? Luis, gay horror. I mean, it is. Again, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just saying to some audience people, they don't want. Some members don't want to watch that. Whatever. Just bring it up. 2 months. Is it 2 months from now? Okay, got it. It's the kid from Talk to Me, all grown up. Wow. Okay. All right. See, that's. I guess you're right. You know, it's funny, like how quickly the kids grow up. You're like, huh? And then what? Okay, what's Power Ballad? I don't know what that is. Hold on, let's watch one more trailer here. I'm looking through all of them. Come in with your suggestions. I'm not watching the Billie Eilish. I don't even know any of her songs. Don't care. Top Gun's coming to theaters this week, right? There's a trailer for that. We don't need to watch that. Like, duh. Mortal Kombat 2 comes out this Thursday, Wednesday night sneak peeks, and then we'll see it Thursday. We'll have a reaction stream Thursday night here live on MMT. Watch for that. Get the alerts. Midnight Movie Talk on YouTube. Masters of the Universe. The kid from Masters of the Universe is in Sheep Detectives. He looks really short. I don't know how they did that with He-Man. How's he so short being He-Man? I can't wait to see that, to see how they pulled that off. What's Office Romance? Should we watch that for a second? Okay, here it is. I don't know what it is. It's Office Romance. Oh, shit, it's a Netflix movie. Okay, this won't take long. Okay, Verity. Okay, maybe I'll check that. Give me a second. I'll go to Verity in a minute. Let's just check Office Romance for just a second. Okay, this is, I think, J-Lo, New York, like one of these 90s rom-coms. It's fine. Let's watch just a little bit until I say I can't handle it.
Daniel, you need to be in Miss Cruz's office in 5 minutes.
Have you met Miss Cruz?
She's tough.
She hates the sound of breathing. Don't breathe. But if you have to, try to take
Oh, it's the dude from Ted Lasso, right?
Good guy.
He's also one of the voices in Sheep
to the
Detectives.
side of your mouth like this.
That's already a bad sign.
Does he see me?
You know, are we kind of over J-Lo? I mean, right? Aren't we all? I mean, I still think she's great. For late 50s, she looks amazing. She kicks ass as far as physically, she's still putting in the work. I mean, yeah, there's probably some CGI going on here where they clean up the face, the wrinkles and all that. They have that, right? You guys know that, right? They run your face through a bunch of programs, like a filter. I don't run a filter here at MMT. If I ran a filter, I would get rid of all of my age spots and it would clean up some things. It is what it is. You know, listen, at the end of the day, this is what it is. Okay? So, but if you run a filter, if you guys see that stuff, right? You watch in, like, a lot of the women run this thing and you see them in real life. You're like, what the fuck? It doesn't even look like the person. There's no filter here. It's camera. There ain't nothing. Ain't no filter. Okay? None of my filters from the gym. The gym is the picture. There's no editing. That's the things. I don't do editing in the gym pictures. I don't editing here. I don't edit. This is real. This shit's real. That's why Film Twitter hates me more. Film Twitter. We can remind you one more time. I dominate your bitch asses every fucking day. Like, it's not even like, it's like embarrassing. Honestly, it's just like, at this point, just go away, crawl away back to the Island of Misfit Toys. Go hang out with the square wheeled caboose.
Holy shit.
You're the new lawyer?
I am he.
I can't. This is not happening. Let's go watch the other one. Done with that shit. That's definitely not a theater movie. Verity, got it. Here we go. I found Verity. All right, here it is, guys. Verity from Colleen Hoover. Then we'll talk about the whole Blake Lively thing right after this. Colleen Hoover's like just cranking shit out, isn't she? Housemaid, huge hit, massive hit. They made so much cash on that movie. Dakota Johnson, pretty hot. Not as hot as Monica Barbaro, but hot. John, is that, what's his name from all that terrible movie? Did you guys see that? The M. Night Shyamalan movie? What was that called? I forgot. Just one word. Trap. So this is like a porno. Well, wait a second. The girlfriend. Oh, wait. Not that. I don't know. I have no idea what Pornhub is. What are we talking about? Oh, no clue. I'm kind of over Anne Hathaway. I've had, we had some time away from Anne, and now that I had to sit through Mother Mary and now Devil Wears Prada 2, I need another break. I need another 10 years. Can we get another decade away from Anne Hathaway? It's too much. It's very housemaid-esque, right? I mean, she almost just writes a version of this. Okay, she's paralyzed. But it is like Housemaid. It's like another version.
I'm going to continue to ingest my words. But know one thing. There is no light where we're going. Darkness ahead.
All right, it's Housemaid again. That's a nice shot. Who directed Do we know who directed it? Someone tell me. I have no. It looks kind of cool. I mean, it has a good aesthetic, right? But okay, let's talk about, since we're watching Verity and we're talking about Colleen Hoover. Let's talk about Blake Lively, because this is done. She's over. I mean, there's no way back short of some massive revelation that comes out in court when you talk about Blake Lively about ready to go to court, right, for that whole thing with Justin Baldoni. And I told you a long time ago, I would have settled. I would have paid the man whatever he wants, because unless you have definitive proof that it's a smoking gun and all of the stuff that has been released as evidence, it makes her look bad, not him. So when you talk about, look, it's everywhere. Vulture is awful. We're not going to read Vulture. So left wing. I'm sorry, man. I need at least my stuff to be somewhat centrist. Okay, In Style 10 hours ago. Inside Blake Lively, excuse me for that. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds is. Oh my God, did you see it? Wait a second. What is that? How you do Reynoldses? Can you guys see that? Is that how you do Reynoldses? You put an S and then apostrophe another S? This is what I love. This is the best of MMT right here, where we're just able to just go, what the fuck is going on with this? Who's In Style's editor? Is it Richard Newby? Oh, no. He's got to worry about selling those $2.99 Amazon books. Do you see, if you've been watching for a while, you got to understand that what I just did was masterful, okay? Like, I really should be a stand-up comedian. I think I'm going to just listen, Comedy Store's right down this street. I can do an open mic, and I'll just do what I do here. I'll rip on critics. I'll rip on whoever, name the film critic person I need to rip on. I'll rip on film Twitter. It'll be a whole thing about the Island of Misfit Toys film Twitter. It'll be great. They'll all laugh. The audience will be like, this is the best guy I've ever heard in my life. It's hilarious. Just dragging these people right and left. Have you seen film Twitter? Holy shit. This is why they created the Island of Misfit Toys. Good God, look at this crew of people. You know, and then they go, oh my God, this guy's just a revelation. Then I'll be in sitcoms. I'll have my own bigger show. You know, I'd get canceled within seconds. But what is Ryan Reynolds's? Come on. Someone tell me if that's how you do it. Is that the proper AP style book? Okay. If that someone's going to take that. It's going to be on Twitter in seconds. This is how you do it. I don't care, because Twitter doesn't pay you shit. So why do I care if someone takes my stuff or someone? Because I don't need to. I create my own content every second. Because I told you, AI can't do what I do. There's no one on this planet who could do the show I do. Not one person. Name them. They can't. Richard Newby can't. That's for damn sure. He can't sell a $2.99 book. Oh my God, dudes. Here's the funny thing, dudes. Listen, here's the thing is, I wasn't even going to go here. When you ask for it, you get it. It's that simple. I mean, it's that simple. If you want to go support his $2.99 book, go for it. Okay, guys. But you look your AI mistake, probably. But here's the thing, right? Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, listen, she's done. And I really think that he might be done. And I know that's insane after Deadpool Wolverine, right? You know how I know that he knows he's in big trouble? Do you remember that story from a few weeks ago where he came out and said, I think that Deadpool is done as a main character. He's just a side character. I think that's his way of kind of removing himself from the availability to make one, because Disney doesn't want to, because they know. If you go and look, first of all, Ryan Reynolds has limited his comments on Instagram, Blake Lively for sure. I think on Twitter as well. They have limited a lot of the feedback, because the feedback is really negative for both of them. So they're trying to wade through this shit show that they created. Now, based on all evidence that I can see, it sure as hell appears that the two of them conspired to remove Justin Baldoni as the director of It Ends With Us. And it was a force play, and they tried to end this guy's career. That's what it looks like. And if they just would have left it alone, like those Sony execs said, listen, I'm not even a Sony exec, and I told you guys this exact advice. Why did you mess with it? You had a film that did hundreds of millions of dollars, okay? Huge hit. It Ends With Us. You're going to get a sequel. And now you have essentially ruined any chance of that. Obviously, she's not going to be in it. She's not bankable. She's not going to be able to make a film. They're talking about moving over to England to be close to Wrexham, not because they want to. They don't have a choice. That's the only option on the table. They both have to essentially disappear for years, and they still have to go through this trial. This has turned into the biggest mistake ever made by anyone in Hollywood. I mean, short of like a crime, right? But this was a calculated play that backfired in a way that is almost inconceivable. It really is how bad this has gone for them. And, you know, if you would have listened to us months and months ago, I mean, how long has this been going on? Over a year? I told you, cut the check. It's like Social Network at the end. She's like, just pay him. It's a speed ticket at the end of the day. Pay the man. Get back in his film, bring him back as the director for the sequel, say he can do whatever he wants, and drop all charges and make good. Don't even say anything about what we did. Just say, hey, we worked things out. We are now going to be a team. We're going to make these films, right? You see that so often. Two people that do not see eye to eye, they figure out a way because that's about money and saving face. And, you know, the egos here obviously are very big, but they should have said, we are going to settle this. There has to be a version of this that ends up in a settlement, and it didn't. And that is not being taken by them. And it's kind of crazy when you think about it. Gone Girl, any super chats? Let's get to those right now. If you have anything, we can hit anything you want. And then we will, because we're almost up on the hour. So I want to play the track again we led off with tonight. And then we will hit the road here on this Sunday night. Always a pleasure, man. We're back on Thursday, don't forget, when we talk about, I think we got to them. We got to the important comments. Well, I'll get to as many as possible. Let's do the comment blast closeout right now. As a matter of fact, give me 1 second. I'm going to pop this up. I'm going to find the song. And then we're going to get out of here on this Sunday night. Always a pleasure. But I'm telling you guys, truthfully, I have a little bit of a cold. I'm tired. I had to watch 2 movies today, and neither of them really did much for me. Hokum for sure didn't, but Cheap Detective is forgettable. Here comes the Comment Blast closeout. I'm going to get tonight's track, and we'll get to it. Here it is. This is FM84. It's called Radio. It's out now. Go support him. He's available on Bandcamp. I think the track's on Bandcamp. I'll throw it in the description on YouTube if you want to go ahead and buy this. It's like $1, right? Go support FM84, one of my favorite synthwave artists of all time, one of the first. Do you think Mortal Kombat will do well at the box office? Yeah, I mean, listen, Luis, it's in a good spot. We've had a little bit of a break from that kind of film, right? You got Michael doing crazy numbers, Prada doing really well. There's no reason that this film can't come in and do 60, let's say, this weekend. You know, we'll look at that closer on Thursday and get a better handle of it. But I feel like right now, you know, as long as it's a fun film, it looks like it is on the trailer. Never saw the first one. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. I'll probably just walk into the sequel and go ahead. You know, I don't need to, right? I mean, it's Mortal fucking Kombat. So we'll have that evaluation, but I think it can do 55, 60, maybe higher. You know, the younger male demo has been kind of left out of. Michael, a little bit, but, right, it's more older. And you got Prada, right, not. So Mario was kind of 5 weeks ago now. So really, it's a good release point. We talk about that, how you want to hit at the right time. So let's see what happens. Paul Rudd is actual nice guy. Ryan Reynolds, fake nice guy. And Emotion, I would say that's probably right. I mean, listen, I met Ryan Reynolds for 2 seconds when I asked to take a picture with him at Critics' Choice. He begrudgingly said yes, so I can't really say. And Paul Rudd, I think, just comes off, and I think it's fair to say he is a nice guy. You just can't see any version of Paul Rudd that's bad. I just never see it. And it's rare. The genuine likability. I think that obviously has worked for him during his career as well. Other comments here as we get out of here. Have you seen the original Mortal Kombat? No. You know what? I never did. I never did, Luis. I never saw Mortal Kombat, any of them. I mean, I remember the game. That was a little after when I was at the arcade. Mortal Kombat for me was a little post. For me, it was Narc. Okay? It was Commando, Spy Hunter. That's early, but even later, like Narc is an awesome game, dude. You go through with guns and like blow people away, and their arms would fly all over the place. And then there'd be like hypodermic needles that would get you high, and you're like walking around like drugged. It was messed up. It was an arcade game. Look it up, called Narc, N-A-R-C. Crazy shit. Oh my God, there's the cough. No, so yesterday I played in this big 6-man volleyball tournament down at Huntington Beach, and we got worked over. I mean, we played pretty well, but there were some good teams, young teams, man. Listen, dudes, I'm not 25 anymore. It sucks playing 25-year-olds. I'm like, if you saw the 25-year-old version of Weber, I was like skying over the net with my whole head. Now I'm like, getting over, but not like I was, because even though I'm in really good shape for my age, right? Probably in the top 1 percentile, no question. It still doesn't matter. A 25-year-old's a 25-year-old. And you just can't, so I'm just like, oh. So I have a little bit of a cold. I was dealing with that. It was fun, though. It's crazy. Great event down there. So kudos to the people who put that together. Ed Ratledge is the guy who mainly did that. But it really good, really fun. Huge band and teams. And it's one of the reasons you live in California to do shit like that. So I'm really blessed to be able to physically still do the stuff that, a lot of guys my age can't do. That's because I put the work in during the week, right? When I go tomorrow, I'm going to the gym. Tuesday, Wednesday. Listen, someone asked me, this is truth, and I'll show you. I'll post the workout. On my Tuesday is my back day. I do sets of 12 pull-ups, four different handle grips, essentially. So I'm essentially doing shade under 200 pull-ups. Legit. I have a guy who works out with me, and he's like, dude, that's fucking insane. I go, that's what I'm saying. That's what the haters don't understand. You're not dealing with a typical guy. Like, don't come into my world because you don't know what that's like. You don't know. Like, you don't know. You haven't lived it. You can't back it up. I back it up every second of every day. Like, that's the thing these people don't understand. One more time in the song, we're out of here. They don't get it. Like, Weber's built different. You need to fucking grasp that. I don't know how I can make it more clear to you. It's very clear. If you don't understand this stuff, then you need to have psychiatric help. I can't help you understand that I'm built different. I back my shit up. I have receipts. I'll stack them on your forehead. Do not bother. Do not come into the Aces world. You're asking to be completely destroyed. Like, don't do it, man. These people don't get it. I swear to God, there's times I just go, these people are stupid, because they don't know what it's like to actually be the thing. They know what it's like to dream. They don't know what it is to be. There's a big difference in life about being something and talking and thinking and wishing. No. You go get it. And that's what I do. You don't. Not you. You guys are awesome. The people out there that I'm addressing, they know who they are. You don't. You don't have the receipts. I got the receipts. Don't worry about it, okay? So just move along. Go to someone that's easier to target, because I'm not that guy. 3 strands of hair rap guy certainly learned that shit. That guy's definitely not able to hang. I mean, good Lord. Again, that's the kind of guy that OnlyFans was designed for. You look at a guy like that and you're like, oh shit, how much money do you spend on OnlyFans? You're like fronting all these people, I'm sure, because God knows you're not getting any on your own. Look at this shit, right? I mean, it's true. I was wondering, sorry, listen, you know what? Here's the reality. If that sounds mean, too fucking bad. You're going to come after me and you're going to talk shit. You got to understand something. I'm different. I'm done. I told you that. We're not having this conversation again. Thank you. End discussion. I was wondering what you think about Spring Breakers. Awesome, Jacob. I really like that film. You need to go back to A24. It's one of the first films I saw from them, if not the first. They might have had something before that, but A24's biggest, first big film was Spring Breakers, and they had so many great ones right after that. You talk about the A24 films that I love. I always lead with something like End of the Tour, which is a cool film from 2014. You've got Jesse Eisenberg and Jason Segel. Oh, I love End of the Tour. So there's a lot of really cool films in there, like a film like Locke with Tom Hardy, where he's just driving for 2 hours or so and having that conversation on the phone. There's like cool little films. A24 was really on a roll back from like 2011 to 2019, and then we started to get some real shit in there. Any other comments here on this Sunday night? See, there's the cough. Come on, you've been saying that for 2 years. You post your workout. Listen, Johnny, but the reality is this, is right? So check it out. So this look, that's a lat. That's not fat. That is muscle. So I'm just saying, because when I'm doing my pull-ups and I'm pulling it back, right, and it forms everything. But also from doing pull-ups, because I used to have an issue with my shoulders, so it's kind of impinged. Now that I don't, when you start doing pull-ups, you get so much stronger. Like, you have no idea. Your strength will soar because you're able to pull yourself like boom, 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 right? Different grips, right? Underhand, overhand, I go neutral, and then I go close. So that's 4 different grips, sets of 12 for 4 on each. So like I said, about 200. I know that sounds crazy. I get it. I can shoot it live. I'll go live and show you. Like I you think I'm afraid of that? Like that's what Richard Newby and these people don't understand. I'm the real fucking deal, dude. I'll do it live. I do this live. I don't write shit and then talk and don't back it up. I defy you to do a stream. Why don't you do a stream, Richard? We'll all love to watch that. I can't wait to see how that goes. Let's all tune in to watch Richard as he tries to sell his $2.99 novel. You want to play with me, dude? Dude, you don't. And I need to remind you again, don't do it. It's not a game. It's not a contest. Like, it's not... You guys, it's laughable. It's like putting Monica Barbaro up against... Name an actress who's completely unattractive. It's not even like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Fun stream tonight. That's it. No more listening to FM84. Love the track. I'll put it in the comments in the actual description of this video on Midnight Movie Talk. I'm going to erase the stuff on X. I like to show it live, then we just go gone. So if you're watching on X, you want to rewatch anything I missed, dragging X, Y, or Z, watch that. Go to Midnight Movie Talk on YouTube. You like, subscribe. We always appreciate that. We're back on Thursday night for Mortal Kombat 2 live, MMTE. Thanks for being here on this Sunday. Enjoy your week. Back on Thursday, and I'll post my pull-up workout. I'll just do it live. Honest to God. I swear to God, I'll just fire it up live at the gym. I don't give a shit. Like, that's how I roll. Bye.